Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. In today's exciting episode, we take a trip to the fabric store because I needed some thread. Ooh, that's pretty.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
Next thing I'm supposed to be doing is making the base jackets for my Make 9. The jackets that I'm making for my Make 9. And I'm getting there. But what I did first was film everything I made from April, and then everything I made from May, which you haven't seen yet, then everything I made from January 2025, and then everything I made from February. It's the raindrops jacket, and then everything I made in November and December last year. I've still got this included my finally finishing my cactus jacket, which I absolutely love. So it was fun getting that one out. And I've still got 2 left to go. I've got September, which was the You've Got Mail month. And then I've got October, which is some other stuff as well. So I'm getting there. It's just the 2 with dresses left to film. Anyway, so long story short, I haven't done any sewing and I need some green thread before I can get on with my Make 9 jackets. So to the fabric store I went on a very doomy gloomy day and I didn't have my umbrella. Bright side, I'm not a witch because I didn't melt in all the rain. But look at these different trees. They're all the same type of tree. But look, the small one is completely molted and the other ones haven't even turned yellow yet. So I guess the stone on that building absorbs more heat. Or maybe the trees just, doesn't this look very Italian and European, this tiny little street? Well, the moped looks Italian. The building kind of looks Parisian. And it's very gloomy. It's almost winter here. Australia, there's 4 seasons and they're all 3 months long exactly, but it's very much winter. And this is outside the Melbourne town hall. So I'm in Melbourne, Australia, and they've got these planter boxes and they're mostly native plants in there. And one of my Make 9s is a vertical garden jacket. So it's like lots of different plants and like long stringy leaves hanging down and things like that. So I just wanted to look at the way they're planted together and things like that. So yes, I mean, I've been looking at pictures online, of course, but it's always nice to see actual plants. And because I live in the city, there's not really any plant nurseries or any good gardens. There's parks, of course, but yeah, these are. And I love those. I love the mix of all the different greens as well as that dark sort of red colour, purpley red colour as well. And there's some greyish ones in there. And I really love the ferns. And in one of them, there's just grevillea and this type of native flower. And there's just a few flowers in there. And the eucalyptus, the gum trees. So beautiful. And because it's raining, the gums smell. These are the red ones, they're grevilleas. And yeah, because it's raining, the gums smell so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is me just looking at all the different plants. Probably looked quite weird filming the planter boxes, but they're just so pretty. And I love the subtle differences between all the different plants. And this one was pretty as well. So I'm just sort of thinking about which ones I can turn into beading easily, because I've got sequins and I've got beads and I've got bugle beads, which are the slightly longer ones, which you can put in between. Like if you put a smallish sequin and then a bugle bead, which is long, and then a sequin, and this is me showing the beautiful sandstone building. It is lovely. I think we go back to the planter boxes in a second. I am fun at parties. Thanks for asking. No, yeah, so it's such a gloomy day, and that's a nice building across the way. It's sort of Art Deco-y. It's very pretty. And then there's the Capitol Theatre, which is, yeah, It's like one of those architectural things that you're always supposed to look at. Anyway, so I think we see, yes, more planter boxes. And then I will go on to the, this grass is really good. But I don't think you could do that with beads. I do have long, thin bugle beads, but I don't know. And I suppose you could put a clumpy bead in between each one and then a few clumpy beads at the end. That might be interesting. But I'm such a klutz. Like, I have long hair, and the handle on my bathroom door is one of those ones that you press down like with the long thing. And my hair always gets caught in it. So I'm a little bit wary of putting long stringy bits of beads on any of my jackets because I feel like I'll somehow manage to get my hair caught in it. Like, I don't even know how I manage it. Oh, I took a photo of this because I just love Australian public service announcements. They're like, if a tram hits you, it's like being hit by this many rhinoceri. So don't get in front of a tram. It's like, can you just just tell people maybe not to get in front of trams? But they've got all these rhinoceros on a skateboard, and like half the time there's no actual reason for the picture. There's just a rhinoceros on a skateboard. Like, I don't know what tourists think. So this is me just walking through this alley on the way to going to the fabric store. And this is usually really crowded. It's wet outside, so it's much less crowded than usual. But this is usually at lunchtime. This is usually super, super crowded. Oh, and there was this pigeon that totally freaked someone out. Oh, I just remembered. So this is the city side of there's a river just behind this massive train station. This massive building here is a train station, and you sort of have to walk under it and you get to the river. And on this side of the river is the city. On the other side of the river is like where everyone sits and has lunch and dinner. And it's like the entertainment precinct or whatever. And then there's like this massive, massive casino. And yeah, so you might want to skip ahead. At this point, I see over the other side of the river, I see this building that has massive, massive gold bees on it. So I tried to take and I was umming and ahhing. There's some nice plants down here with these really interesting seed pods, but then there's no real clear way to get back up again. So I decided to stay up where I was. But this is me. I take about a stop about 3 or 4 times to try and get better shots of the building with the bees on it. And now the gum trees are just completely obscuring the bees. But so there's like one really big bee, and then there's these other bees, and it reminded me that I have this fabric. It's a quilting cotton, and it's got these really crappy cartoon looking daisies on it, but it's also got these giant bees on it. So I'm going to put sequin flowers over the daisies and just keep the amazing bees. Oh, and this is me looking at the lichen because, yeah, my vertical garden jacket, I'm thinking you don't always have to have plants. You can have like little clumps of moss and lichen and things like that. So I could do one of my vertical gardens could be like a grey jacket, and I could do lichen and moss on it. Maybe that'd be interesting. Anyway, so now we're over the other side. Oh, so I was walking down this street, and I was walking for a while, and they're making this building, and I was like, oh, they're lifting something up, but actually they were taking stuff down. So I think they've actually mostly finished building this building. And so they've taken apart, I didn't know what it was, but it's these bits of wood. So I think they had their break room upstairs, and they had like scaffolding around it. So before they take out all the other bits, they've got to take down the scaffoldings. So yeah, and they've obviously got special bits of scaffoldings. Oh, and last time I came to this fabric store. Here's the fabric store. Anyway, last time I came to that fabric store, I walked past that construction site because it this big building. They've been building it for a while. And, they just had these nice orchids. But I like these leaves. They're really cute. Anyway, I walked past that construction site and there were so many construction workers standing around this concrete pouring yellow thing. And they're going, nah, I don't think we can fix it. And they're like, we better go get one of the other broken ones. And so they just had this stash of concrete pourers, like these big industrial equipment that they'd broken. And they kept them all. And every time another one broke, they just tried to get the spare parts off the other broken ones. I'm like, what are you people doing? So anyway, I noticed that they've started to clear out their concrete pourers. Anyway, I love this ochre coloured fluffy material. So normally I walk in the other way and I go past the whole section with all the artificial flowers and plants, but I went the other way around the furnishings, and I really love that fluffy faux fur furnishing fabric. I think you're just supposed to like buy a yard of it and make 2 cushions. And I also love that faux lace stuff, and I've bought some and I'm going to make a jacket out of it. And I love this stuff here too. You know those Balmain jackets that look like Wickers chairs? They're so cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably think that's a strange comment. Look, there's a daisy fabric I don't have. So of course I want it, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale. Ooh, the red one behind it, I have that one. Ooh, I have a fabric that's kind of like that. And I've just put all my You've Got Mail capsule wardrobe on my rack to shoot that. And this is the little, Winnie the Pooh ones. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I've already seen them. So, it's Mr. Men and Mrs. Men. Little Miss is what they're called. But they're not very gender diverse. So I was just wondering if they still have them, like as kids' books. Oh, that one there with the red daisies, that's the one that I used for my You've Got Mail dress. And that one's cute with the little pink flowers and the big green leaves. Relatively big green leaves. It's very cute. And they have this adorable unicorn fabric, but like, I'm 50 years old. Maybe stop buying unicorn fabrics. This one's cute. The red one I just showed you that I have and I haven't used yet, it's kind of in the same family as that, the same type of flowers. Ooh, and I love that little floral one there. It's like a hummingbird one that they have at Mood Fabrics. This one is adorable. That would make a gorgeous vintage cowboy shirt. That would be really cute for that. There's so many pretty florals. Oh, I think this one might be a Robert Kaufman. It's like vintage sewing room. It's got spools of thread and all these other things. It's very cute. Oh, and a few episodes ago, I told you about when I showed you the pale pink one there. That's the strawberry fabric that I have. Then there's the candy strawberry fabric. And then there's this sort of hottish pink one with jam jars on it and the spoons. That's the one I really like. This is the other sort of brighter pink one, which looks good when it's away, but those bees kind of look more like wasps than bees, which is a bit of a worry. I really like that one with the tiny little pink flowers and the big green leaves. They're so pretty, all the quilting cottons, and then there's the boring white ones on top. I mean, they're not boring to other people, just to me. Ooh, there's this amazing honeycomb one, and it's got bees on it, and they're really nice looking bees. So, I might have to put that in my wish list. So this is Spotlight Store, and they deliver to Asia. They don't deliver to America. Sorry, but just Google fabric stores and quilting cottons in your area and you'll see lots of lovely ones. Ooh, oranges and orange blossom. Oh my gosh, I love orange blossom so much. And ooh, this one here, because I was just filming those Everything I Made videos, and in one of them, January or February, I don't know, they're all sort of mixing together. I had this fabric. I made a layer cake skirt that has sushi fabric in it. Both of those poppy fabrics I used in my poppy layer cake dress. Okay, it's entirely possible that I should just not buy fabric. I didn't buy any fabric today. I was going to say we could have a competition and you can see if you can try and guess what I buy. I bought 4 things, but they're so boring. Oh, that's a cute vintage style print. But I also found another strawberry one that's got a red base and it's just strawberries and cut in half strawberries. That's very pretty. They've started putting plastic around the fabric, I guess so that it can smoosh in and out, like slide in and out easier, but they've like packed all the fabrics in too tightly, so you can, there's most of the rows you can't even get anything out. It's a little bit, oh, I've got that boho with the hearts. I've got that one, but I like the one beside it. That's very cute. Anyway, so yeah, I bought 4 things. I bought 3 packets of sequins. They were $2 each. I'm just like spending so much money because I sometimes get a lot of comments, people saying, oh, you've got so much stuff, you spend so much money. I mean, if you collect stuff over 2 or 3 decades, yes, when you put it together, it does look like a lot, but that's a weird watermelon fabric. And there's, I just love the poppy fabrics. They're so pretty. And there's one red one with dragonflies on it, which is quite nice. So I guess if you sort of look at my whole fabric collection and all my tweed collection and my beads, then it does look like a lot. But when you sort of divide it by 20 or 30 years, it's just like, you know, I just buy 1 or 2 things every now and again. That's my daisy one, the greyish daisy one. There's like a blue one, there's a black one, there's this really, really bright garish aqua one. I definitely bought the nicest one. And yes, there's so many pretty florals. This one's lovely. It's kind of related to the red one that I already have, which I haven't used yet. So maybe I'll just use up that first. Those ones look pretty. They're like African wax print, but obviously these are just quilting cottons. And so in the black and white section, there are a couple that were sort of greeny white, you know, and so I couldn't tell if they were glow in the dark. And there's another one of the colourway of that daisy one. And there's this sort of one with roses and skulls on it. It was a bit weird for a quilting cotton. I guess if you're making a quilt for a cool kid, a rebel, I don't know. And that one's quite pretty. And then they have this whole row of black and white. I like the knotted ones. That one's nice. And the tiles and the, I didn't get out the flower one, but that's quite nice. Puppies. Look at all the puppies. That's quite cute. They also have kittens as well, so cats. But I think I showed you that earlier on. I have that leaf fabric and I made it up into a jacket in December. I know this because I just made my November, December. Everything I made. Ooh, everything I made video. I love this fabric. It's lemon, it's like citrus blossom. They're so pretty and they actually look like citrus blossom. The orange one that I showed you earlier with the orange flowers did not look like orange blossom. And oh, so this mosaic fabric here is mainly blue. That's the one that I have that I made a jacket out of. So when you see the November, December ones, it's in that one, I think. And no, January, February were the ones that I made them in. Anywho, I didn't get the red one. I got the blue one, but I've got my eye on the red one. And I really love these citrus, the citrus blossom print. That's really pretty. And the daisy one. The citrus blossom and the daisy prints are kind of very similar. So I should probably only get one or the other. I'll put them both in my wish list and we'll see. Ooh, pretzels. I have to make a New York City jacket as part of my Make 9. Have to. So now we're in the crafting section, bits and bobs. And so, yeah, I just saw some pom-poms and I was like, ooh, this looks like a good aisle. Let's go in here. So there's icy pole sticks and pipe cleaners and all sorts of weird things, and these tiny little squares of felt. They also sell felt on the roll, like fabric by the yard. So that's the one that I tend to buy just because, well, it's wider. And yeah, and I'm just looking at all the different things. And they've got this whole section of little fairy houses. Oh, that's in the next tile. This section has googly eyes and Liberty Bells, or little jingle bells. Like, I suppose if you spell jingle with a J and you spell googly eyes, can you spell googly eyes with a J? I don't know. Anyway, and then they had these, at first I was like, ooh, do they have holes in them? So they're little sequins, but they're just to like glue onto stuff. And now we're in a different craft section, and it's so Australiana. It's got emus and cockatoos. And then this is the bit with all the flowers that you stick on your wedding invitation. That raffia sort of ribbon is really beautiful. And then they've got this cord. It's plaited, and it's got little like vines with little leaves on there. It's really cute. And they've got all different sorts of flowers, but they've also got buds for flowers and also the centers of flowers. So because I'm making sequin flowers, I can obviously use beads in the middle, but I've also got some fabric flowers, and I had to take out the plastic center so that I can sort of put in a bead. But you could also, I was just sort of thinking about how I could make it look more like an actual flower. And then these are all the little fairy houses. They're quite cute. And of course I managed to find ladybugs. They're very cute, but they're made out of wood. So they've got like a bit of adhesive on the bottom, so you just stick them to things. And they had a whole raffia section. The colours are quite nice, but rather boring. So I think they must have used natural dyes, like food dyes, to dye them or something. Or maybe not the navy blue and the black, but the pink's very natural looking. And we are finally at the bead section. So they've just got these tackle boxes, and they're probably called something else, but they've got all different samples of beads in there. So if you, some of you are like, where can I get started with my bead collection? So, I know all the Joanne stores just closed down. It's touchy subject, sorry. But any hobby store, they probably, or Walmart, Kmart, Target, places like that, they probably have these. Just go into the kids sections and the hobby sections, and they'll have, it's like a kit, and it's got samples of lots of different things. So all you really need to start beading is needle, thread, and just a mix of beads. These ones are cute, where like I like that pink one where you can get loads of different types of beads in the one container, and you can take them, some of them are dud ones, so you take them out, and there's some really, really nice ones, and I usually feature the few really nice ones and then sort of, hide the ones that I don't like so much. Ooh, little bits of fruit. In June each year, there's this sewing a challenge called Sew Fruity, where you have to use fabric. You have to make yourself a garment with, and candy, yum, with it's either got to be in like a melon or a lime, or so you can have just like the color that's a fruit name, or fabric that's got fruit prints on it. So I've got this lemon jacket that I made in January or February earlier this year. So I think I'll bead that next month, just because it's finished and it's ready to bead, and I've got yellow beads. So these ones are just interesting. I'm not sure that I like them, but they're interesting. And there's always a few really, really pretty ones. I like these glass ones with the different angles. And there was a sale on all the wools, and I was going to show you them, but some people were actually like, I don't knit, and some people looked like they were going for serious savings, so I just sort of left the wool section to the knitting section to them. And we're back in the so this is the apparel, so the fashion fabrics, although they have this massive section of licensed things like Disney fabrics and things like this, but this was the floral section, and oh my gosh, they have so many nice florals. I am a sucker for a floral print because they're all just so pretty. Well, some of them are absolutely hideous, but there's also a lot of beautiful ones. So that's the Disney sort of Power Rangers section. And they also have just plain fabrics, obviously. I felt like I should, actually show them to you instead of focusing it exclusively on the floral prints, but they're just so pretty. Oh, and I found the Hungry Little Caterpillar section in one of the Everything I Made episodes that I just did. I talk about my hungry little caterpillar jacket, very hungry caterpillar jacket, and there's this other hungry little caterpillar fabric. It's got apples, and the caterpillar walks in and out of all the different apples, and it's just the cutest fabric. So I'm waiting for that one to go on sale as well. Oh, I think this is me showing you the episode, and it's the one with the rainbow raindrops. And yes, I made that one. It's just so pretty. So I've got some little bits of kids' jewellery. I wanted to buy strawberries, but you had to buy these kits where they had all different ones. And because I wanted 20 or 40 strawberries, I had to buy loads of them. So I also have quite a lot of apples. I think they're apples. They kind of look like either tomatoes or red apples. I'm not sure which. And there's a couple of really cute flamingo fabrics here, but then I see another flamingo fabric that I actually have and I haven't used yet, so I'll use that one instead. And cute kittens. I'm actually kind of allergic to cats, but I think I could get the fabric without sneezing. Anyway, and more florals. Oh, that's my boho fabric. So the ones I was just showing you are the cotton poplins, and these ones I think are the cotton lawns. So they're a lighter, thinner, higher quality cotton, and they're so pretty. I love that one, but I'm not going to buy more fabric. I made 2 bolero jackets. One is boho keys and one's boho floral, and I could make a matching vintage dress with just 4 yards of fabric, but I won't. And these ones are embroidery on glaze, so they've got machine embroidery over other things, and this one has butterflies on it. Normally they just have simple flowers, but this one has butterflies. Isn't it lovely? But I already have this lavender of sort of mauvey coloured lace fabric that I bought at the Christmas sales. So yeah, that one's a little bit too completely different type of fabric, but yeah, I'd end up beading it the same as I would bead the one that I have. So we'll leave that there. And it's a fluffy giraffe fabric. I'm in the fluffy section now. Oh, these are polycottons. So I wouldn't normally get any of these, but they do have some very pretty. That one's adorable. And they don't have anything like that in the cotton section. So, and the colours on that one there, the aqua, green and pink, it's very pretty. So I'm just looking at colour combinations, really. This one is adorable. It's like Edelweiss from, that movie Sounds of Music, where they do the concert at the end, and he's wearing his traditional grey suit with the green, bottle green, dark green piping and the white shirt underneath. It's so pretty. And they sing the song Edelweiss, which is a flower. That would make a really, really pretty vintage dress. And they still have some of the Sally fabric from Monsters Inc. And oh my gosh, if you haven't checked out Anne-Marie Sews, Anne-Marie's workshop, Anne-Marie, she's American, but she retired to one of the tropical islands around the equator, and she does sewing videos each week. And she did this, not like that fluffy one that I just showed you. She got this gorgeous cowhide fabric, and she made this cape out of it. It is so chic. You have to check it out. It's just amazing. She did it a couple of weeks ago, but it's absolutely amazing. Anyway, here I took footage down this aisle, and I was like, and here's an aisle I won't go down. And then I saw something I liked, and I was like, ooh, actually. So yeah, they have these, this is the muslin section. I think in America, muslin is what you call this really thick cotton fabric, but for the rest of the world, muslin is this really light fabric like gauze. and it's just really, really beautiful thin cotton, and they have printed ones. It's so beautiful. And this section is the sort of, I think it's organic cottons, as well as the blends like flax and cotton. And these ones, I love this big rose one. It's so amazing. But I already have that sort of Baroque floral fabric that I'm going to make a matching dress and bolero out of, but still, they're very nice. And yet more florals. Okay, I think we're floraled out here. Well, almost. Oh, I think I spot some dragon fruit fabric because next month is So Fruity. So yeah, I'm sure. Like, the point of So Fruity is that that one there it looked like mangoes. So they're orangey yellow, and then it was on this mauve fabric. It was so beautiful. And there's the dragon fruit one. So yeah, I think the whole point of So Fruity was that these people, and that camouflage one is beautiful. And they still have that cute dinosaur fabric with the magenta dinosaurs on it, and there's some pineapple as well. I think the whole point with So Fruity, that sewing competition, was that these people were like, what sort of competition should we have? And they realized that they all had it's shark fabric. I'll do a big green triangle on the back of that one. So yeah, all these sewers figured out they all had fabrics with fruit on them that they hadn't used yet, and so that was a way to use it up. So this is the section of fabrics. Like, this is, I think we're in the jersey, and this is the rayon section. I actually have that green one with dots. I think it's really pretty, and the one next to it, which I've made into a vintage Vogue dress from 1939. I absolutely love that dress. And this one here has cream and red poppies on it. It's cream background with red poppies on it. So pretty. There's just so many pretty florals. I think if I had a sewing competition or a sewing challenge, it would probably be florals for springtime, because I like florals any time of the year, but you try to, and this is the lace section. But as I said, I already have that mauve lace, and I have this bright yellow lace as well, and I have a black one. So we should really use the ones that I have. But that teal one, actually, it doesn't look that good in this, but it's really pretty color, and it plays with the light. Well, butterflies. And they had this lace, and it had like skulls in it. It was black, so I guess it was goth lace. And it's that lobster print that I turned into my lobster jacket. And there's fairy bread. It's so pretty. Those three weight fabrics there are so weird. One of them has tiny little martini glasses embroidered on it, and the other one has like limes and things. And I totally forgot to go in the film in the thread section and the ribbon section. So I went up to the counter, and there was a sign that said that counter was closed, so I had to go back to the furnishing fabrics, and this is on my way to the furnishing fabrics. So I just quickly took a little bit of footage of the ribbons. Next time I go to the fabric store, I'll do the ribbons again, but they don't change them that much. They're pretty, they're very pretty, but I don't need any ribbon, so they are pretty. And I think they have these glittery ones that I get distracted by. Here we go. Ooh, they're so pretty. And they had a lovely aqua version as well. So yes. And then we found the pink and red section. Phew, lucky. So, and then I think I went to no, that's right. I double backed and went and looked at the specials table. Well, this is a little telling, isn't it? I should have reordered everything, so it looks like I'm just going one big loop around the store. Anyway, this is the specials table, and they had 3 end of roll bits for this absolutely gorgeous vintage floral, but I don't need another 4-yard vintage dress to try and okay, this satin fabric, I'm about to show you my shoes. They kind of match. I guess they make, if you had that one's actually nice, but the butterflies are a bit Like, I would absolutely make the cutest, I've got those two fabrics. I would absolutely make the cutest little like Chanel suit for a flower girl, or you could make a party dress as well. It would be absolutely adorable. I love all these colors swirled together, but this is just a synthetic fabric, and I actually have a really beautiful silk in all those colors, so I should just leave it. The purpley mauve ones are very pretty there. They have some really lovely florals, and I absolutely love this broderie on glaze in the navy blue, but I already have a broderie on glaze in navy blue, and I have like 8 yards of it, I think. And yeah, I have enough to make a dress and a matching jacket. And that's another pretty floral. Okay, so we are heading to the furnishing section, but I just got distracted by the shiny things. This is the sequin section, and oh my gosh, look at this one here. They're clear sequins with like this iridescent finish on it. It is hilarious. I absolutely love that one. So there are other ones that are kind of nice, and like this one here, the embroidered machine embroidery on tulle is actually genuinely nice. But this one, oh my gosh, with the mermaid sequins, I kind of want to buy it so that some fabrics, they're such a challenge. Okay, so here I am at the counter again. There's still no one there. So, I mean, it's a rainy afternoon and there aren't very many people, which is fair enough. And, this is the jersey section. How cute are these little dragons? They're completely adorable. It's green on green, my favorite color combination. And, see these chameleons? I've got that in a brown colorway. And the chameleons on my one aren't all green. They're sort of green and aqua and teal. And yeah, these are, I think that was the spandex section as well. So now we have to go back through the quilting cottons. Oh, and I get distracted by the patches. They're like machine embroidery patches, and they have pizza, and they have all these different dinosaurs, and yeah, there's some cute ones. I love frogs, but those frogs they're not doing it for me. They're kind of, I like cool frogs, cute frogs. Just frogs that look like actual frogs. Oh, unicorn alert. Isn't this weird? It's made out of sequins. But you could probably, if you do have someone in your life who loves unicorns, you could probably like take a screenshot of that and like figure out how to make it yourself. And yeah, pretzel fabric is kind of growing on me, and I absolutely love that honeycomb one with the bees, and that strawberry fabric, quilting cotton fabric with the jam jars, and there's just loads of really good fabrics. So many lovely vintage style florals, and the unicorns. And that daisy fabric, it's so pretty. So the fourth thing that I bought was from the specials table. They had like these random party supplies, and I already have this bit of fake grass that I sometimes put on my sideboard, but they had this fake grass and it's really cheap. And this is me looking at more vertical gardens. This is a parking lot above a grocery store and a gym and everything. So I just love the way, green. Anyway, they had this bit of fake grass, and because it's cheap, the sort of rubber mat on the bottom is really thin, so I can cut it. So with my cottage garden jacket, for my Make 9 jackets, I can cut out strips of grass and stitch them to my jacket, and there'll be pathways between the garden beds where I have all the flowers on the jacket. It's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. And as I was walking back here, they had there's like a tree growing out of the cut off bit of bridge. It's very cool. When I lived in India, I lived in Calcutta, which was like a center of empire. So there's all these big old stone buildings that were like the administration of the British India Company, and they've sort of faded and rotted and decayed, but they're still there. And yeah, there's these massive big buildings, and they've got like seeds have landed in them and they've started growing, and they've got these massive trees just growing like out of the first story. And I love that building. It's so pretty. And so this is that alleyway where everyone goes to get their lunch on non-rainy days. And now we're going back. So I'm only showing you going back through the city because I think in Christmas and during Vlogmas, I did an episode where I took you through the Block Arcade, which is this one here. And yeah, this is me and the plants again for my vertical garden. This vertical garden jacket better be good. Oh, and even though it's during the day, they've got the gas lamps on because it's like super wintry looking. And so we're going through the Block Arcade, and this mosaic ground, the tiles, it's all done by hand. It's absolutely amazing. And now we have to go and drool at all the delicious cakes and desserts from the Hopeton Tea Room. Ugh, so yummy. I love the wallpaper in this place, but also delicious, absolutely delicious. Look at all those cakes and tarts and other delicious desserts. Yum, 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 yum. And more mosaics on the floor. Like, it just would have taken forever to do. It's just magnificent. It's so amazing. Anyway, so I'm showing you this bit, well, mostly just because I filmed it, and I like, yeah. I've got loads of beads that I want to use up my whole bead collection. Ooh, the chocolate shop, Haig's chocolates, chewy caramel. I mean, the architecture's nice and all, but chewy caramel, covered in chocolate, delicious. And that was a building covered in artificial plants. Yes, it's definitely time for me to make my vertical garden jacket. I think I've done quite enough research. Oh, so I've got the sound on here. I've got the original sound in here because in one of my previous visits to a fabric store, see, these guys hit it was 4 o'clock. So he hits the thing 4 times. So I missed Og, the one on the left, doing his 4 hits, but I got Magog, the second one. He hits his bell 4 times. So I heard the first one and I was like, okay, power walked up this, and then turned around, and all the other tourists, like, they knew they had to look at something, but they didn't know what. And so they're like looking at me filming this, and they're like, oh, that's what we're supposed to be looking at. It's kind of funny. It's such an anticlimax. But 4 o'clock is better than 1 o'clock. I used to live in Edinburgh, which in Scotland, and like where I worked was just a little bit down from the Edinburgh Castle, which is at the top of the Royal Mile. It's like the top of a hill. And at 1 o'clock every afternoon, they shoot a cannon. And 1 o'clock's like the cheapest time because you only have to shoot one cannon. And it's how you know that, you know, Edinburgh hasn't been taken, but also how annoying would it be if they decided to do 12 o'clock? Oh, can you imagine at lunchtime every single day you had to listen to 12 shots? Goodness. Anyway, this is the part of Melbourne where there's big department stores. And so there's Myer department store and there's David Jones right next to each other. And then you walk through them, and the whole ground floor is just perfume and makeup. I don't have any perfume or makeup. It was kind of boring for me, but it's a cut through. It's a good shortcut to get to the next buildings. Anyway, that is it for I do have some nail polish. Does that count? It's beige, a really light beige colour. So the most boring of all nail polishes possible. And I've had it for like so long. Anyway, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed coming along to the fabric store where I picked up my green sewing thread and also bought some sequins and some fake grass. Wow, I really splurged on that one. This pretzel fabric is really growing on me. We have pepperoni pretzels. That's just ridiculous. So but it's funny. So maybe I'll make it my New York City jacket out of that. No, I've already got this fabric that's it's got fireflies. Well, it's not really, but to me it looks like fireflies. I've just pre-washed it and it's drying. So when it's dried and when I've actually made some jackets, I'll show it to you. So next episode. Anyway, Thanks again for watching. I hope you've been inspired to rifle through your own fabric collection. Not buy any more fabrics, use what you have. I'm talking to myself here. Anyway, thanks again for watching and happy sewing. And reorganizing your fabric collection. Oh, I so have to KonMari mine again.